Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Jessica Buhler, and I'm here to talk to you tonight about Lifevantage, the activation company. I am a Pro 6 independent distributor with Lifevantage. I am married to Matt, who is a farmer, and we have 5 kids. And I own my own chiropractic business, and I have additional certifications in acupuncture and an allergy elimination technique called NAET. And I have always been intentionally curious about the human body and about becoming a better version of myself. And 5 years ago, when I was introduced to this, I had 4 babes at the time, and my practice was crazy busy. And I was struggling to find balance between home and work. And I don't know if any of you can relate to that, but my hair was falling out. I couldn't lose weight no matter what I did. I had rashes on my neck and my arms. I just always felt tired no matter how much I slept. And I was doing all of the things, going through all of the motions, but I never felt like it was enough. And it wasn't long after I started activating my body that my hair started growing back. I mean, you guys, you can't tell right now because my hair is super thick, and it's always been thick, but it was so thin. I was starting to wonder if I was even going to have hair. I was worried about showering because I thought it was going to fall out, and brushing it, all of the things. But within the first month of activating my body, from the inside, my hair started to grow back enough that my hairdresser noticed, and the weight started falling off, and my sleep started improving. Just everything changed. My energy levels were back to where they should be, right? And but it was so much more than that changed. I found me. I found a community of people just like me. I found a culture that I didn't know that I needed or wanted. And really, this is a home for me. So I want to talk to you about Lifevantage activation, tell you a story, stories about things that I've seen, and try to present some really complex science in a simple way. So just know this is an overview. It's not meant to give you every single detail that you could ever want. But if you want that, it's there for you. So where we started, in the 1960s, we had a Nobel Prize winning scientist, Dr. Joe McCord, who was awarded the Nobel Prize for co-discovering an antioxidant enzyme called SOD. This is like one of the good guys. I want you to think about these antioxidant enzymes like the good guys. This is like our Army and the Marines, right? So he discovered this enzyme that our bodies make. And then he devoted his career to fighting the effects of free radical damage or oxidative stress in aging. Free radicals are the bad guys. These are the enemies. These are within all of our cells. We all have them. And then in 2003, he formulated our little yellow activator, Protandim NRF2. And this was completed before the Human Genome Project information was even revealed. So before we even knew what genes there were, he discovered a way to activate aspects of our genes. After he developed this Protandim NRF2, there was an ABC primetime investigative report done on the product because we had a claim with our one peer-reviewed published study in 2003 that we could lower oxidative stress on average 40% in 30 days. And that had never been heard of and has not been since then. In fact, we are FDA approved to say that, and no natural supplement gets an FDA approval to say anything. So in 2005, this ABC primetime was aired to debunk that claim. But instead of debunking it, it reinforced it because John Quinones had a 45% reduction in just 2 weeks. So if you haven't seen that ABC primetime investigative report, ask whoever invited you to watch this if you can watch it. We were on retail shelves, places like GNC, Walgreens, and the such, until 2009, when the company was going nearly bankrupt, selling less than half a bottle on average per store. Why? Because no one even knew what an NRF2 synergizer was. People hardly knew what oxidative stress was. I mean, have you heard that term before you got on here? I'm certain you've heard of antioxidants, but this isn't an antioxidant, and it has herbs in it. But why would you want this, right? There was a story to be told, because this was a medical breakthrough product with no competitors. So in 2009, we switched to direct sales, where someone who invited you is telling you a story. They're connecting you to information. They're sharing information with you and letting you hear the whole story. We're publicly traded on the NASDAQ. You can look at us there. We've been privately researched by universities and prestigious medical institutions. They did their own self-funded research on a natural product they weren't benefiting from. If that doesn't tell you how important this is, then keep listening. So what is oxidative stress? What causes it? Well, the food we eat, the water we drink, the air we breathe, basically every single natural process that happens in your body creates free radicals as a byproduct. Also, we produce them in response to too little or too much exercise and exposure to any kind of toxin, environmental, radiation, medications, you name it. Think about it this way. If you cut an apple in half, what will happen? It will rust. It will oxidize. So what happens is those bad guys, free radicals, they attack our cells. And that is what is happening inside you. It's rusting inside of your cells. So what happens with uncontrolled oxidative stress? Well, basically, you can pick a system or a set of cells anywhere in your body, because free radicals don't care which cells that they injure. They just bump into the cells, and that's where they cause their damage. But we are not here to say that we can cure, mitigate, or treat any symptom, condition, or disease. We are here to tell you about getting to the health of the cells. We are looking at what oxidative stress does to a cell, right? But if you have uncontrolled oxidative stress, or you do the research by yourself, go to pubmed.gov, where doctors do their research, and type in oxidative stress and skin. Or look up things like oxidative stress and cancer, oxidative stress and Alzheimer's, and see what you find for yourself. Protandim NRF2 synergizer. So what is it? If it's not an antioxidant, but we know there's something about good guys and bad guys, right? We've got bad guys called free radicals, and we've got good guys called antioxidants. And this is not an antioxidant. It is actually a blend of 5 herbs that you've probably heard of, because they've been around for years and years and years. And if you're like me, you're probably taking some of these. But the thing about this is that these 5 key ingredients do not do the same thing when taken separately. This blend creates a magic. So our Protandim NRF2 synergizer turns on a pathway within the cells called the NRF2 pathway. It's the master regulator of over 100 human survival genes. So remember that genome project I was talking about? We didn't know what the genes were or what they did when this was created. But what's so cool about this is it was impacting those genes before we even knew what the genes were. But we can lower oxidative stress on average 40% in 30 days. We can increase SOD by 30%, catalase by 54%, glutathione by 300%. We're the only dietary supplement proven to extend life in male mice on average 5 years. The National Institute of Aging did a 10-year study on our product. So what happens? We take this protein messenger and it goes into our DNA and it changes an expression of the gene. So it flips on switches on our DNA the way that they were supposed to be. You guys, our body is innately intelligent. The switch should have been on or it should have been off. And our life circumstances, our exposure to different things has turned them the wrong way. And this allows your body to go back in and do and perform the way it was designed. So you can take antioxidants, and I'm certain you've seen this, right? Not just fruits, vegetables, but antioxidants are added to everything. You can even find it added to junk foods, right? Because free radicals get neutralized by antioxidants. But with our Protandim NRF2, we start producing our own antioxidant enzymes at a rate of 1 million every second. And our blend is 1,800 times more effective than taking the components separately. So look at how many oranges, how much broccoli, how many blueberries you'd have to consume to get the same impact of our NRF2 Synergizer. These are the places that have already done the research on the product. I could literally talk to you about each of these studies because they are very impressive. And if you're into research, look at it. Listen to the person who brought you here, because there is a lot of validation here that most products will never have. We've been featured on other stations. We have 7 US patents, and we also have international patents. And Washington State University said NRF2 activation is potentially the most extraordinary therapeutic and preventive breakthrough in the history of medicine. Honestly, you guys, if you can't get excited about NRF2 and what it could potentially do for your health, then we got to talk longer, because this is exciting stuff. But Lifevantage didn't stop there. They created 2 more cellular activators, 2 different pathways that it turns on, that we can turn on. In 2016, they created Protandim NRF1, which affects our mitochondria. So what's your mitochondria? Remember back to your elementary science classes. That's the energy producing part of the cell, the engine, the powerhouse, right? So think about this. If you could put more engines in all of the cells, and then if you could give all the engines more fuel, wouldn't the cell run better, right? That's exactly what we're doing with our Protandim NRF1. And then Protandim NAD was developed in 2019. So you probably haven't heard of NAD. Maybe you have, or maybe you've heard of the word sirtuins. But quite certainly you've probably heard of fasting. And the benefits that come from fasting come from their ability to increase sirtuins. And that is what our NAD does. In fact, it does it even faster than 24 hours of fasting would. So super cool. Also, what happens is when you pair all 3 of these together as a tri-synergizer, we see an amplitude of effect in those pathways. So look at this. The first bar on the left is when you take NRF2, NRF1, or NAD alone. And then the bar right next to it, the taller bar in all 6 scenarios, is when you take all 3 at the same time. So just think about it this way. If you could use those good guys, your army of good guys, to knock down all the bad guys, and then you put energy plants in all the cells, and then you took out all the garbage with the fasting, right? Think about that. When you fast, think about when we were hunters and gatherers. You had to be smart enough to outsmart your next meal, right? So your brain had to be active, your heart, your lungs, your muscles had to be strong enough for it to carry you and kill something. That's exactly all the systems are affected with NAD. So now you put all 3 of these things together, you impact all of the cells in an exponential way. These pathways intertwine, and they affect each other positively. And then, oh my goodness, so exciting. We launched just last month this liquid collagen. So collagen is kind of a buzz right now. So if you haven't heard about collagen, or you haven't tried it, or maybe you have but haven't seen any results, that would be me. I would be in that category. For the past couple of years, I've taken collagen from various quality supplement companies, but not really seen any changes with it, honestly. But just the honest fact is that we need proteins. Collagen is the most abundant protein in our body, and it's literally like the glue. It becomes a part of every lining. So you think skin, hair, nails, tendons, ligaments, joints, the lining of your gut, the lining of your lungs, your brain. The impacts are far beyond the superficial things. But what makes this collagen different is that it activates, it replenishes, and it maintains. So how does it do that? It activates 3 genes that are specific to increase your collagen production, 1 that decreases the collagen breakdown, and it also provides collagen peptides to replenish those stores of collagen that have started to decrease in your late 20s. So many cool benefits here as it increases the enzyme production, antioxidant enzyme production, the good guys, right? Like our NRF2 did. But remember, NRF2 also is the master regulator of over 100 human survival genes. So think about that. We have hardly any studies of our tri-synergizer with the collagen, but imagine what you're going to see for benefits when you have another pathway that you can impact. So look at these changes with the liquid collagen. I'm not joking. The external changes, if I didn't know these people, I know everyone on the screen right here. I know these people personally. If I didn't know them, I wouldn't be as shocked as you are right now thinking like, is that really the same person? And look at the eye lift and the crow's feet and the wrinkles. Okay, this slide, it's a little busy, right? But I got to give you an idea of what this company actually has, right? So we have cellular activators. We're an activation company. We have NRF2. Everybody should take a look at our NRF2 product. But they took that concept of NRF2 activation and we applied it to a skincare system, a hair care system, a personal care system, and also NRF2 activation specific to pets. And then we have a brain activation drink. Think of how many people you know that have struggled with their mood since 2020 hit, right? Or they just can't get their words together, or they want to like amp up their brain function or have better attention or focus, concentration. That brain activation drink is incredible. And then we have targeted supplements that are high quality to get the right thing that is for you. So all of this ships right to you. This is like your own store. You pick what works for you, the things that you need to get the benefits that you're looking for. So if you're like me, you saw some of these things and you started thinking about other people. Honestly, I didn't even think about myself when I was first introduced to this. I saw the research behind NRF2 and I knew that I could not unknow that. I had to tell people about it because I knew people that were struggling that really needed this. And yet I had my own transformation, right? So if you're Rolodexing of people in your mind that could benefit, that's what I was. And I know that with knowledge comes responsibility. And so when I know something that I think can help somebody, I share it with them. So this company also has a business attached to it. And you can literally share what you love while also activating your bank account. We are really in a time frame where the social side hustle economy is a big deal, right? People are looking for connection and community, and they're doing that in this social media world. They also want the flexibility to work when it works for them, to find other streams of income. And I heard when I started this that in the direct selling agency association, that the first 135,000 distributors in each company have an opportunity of a lifetime. And when I partnered with this company, there were less than 70,000 in the entire world. So I'm telling you, it's not too late. And now is the time to really get serious and think about this. The cost of living is going up, gas prices. Have you filled up your tank of gas, right? The uncertainty of stocks. I just really think a focus on becoming recession proof is something that people should be thinking about now before they get to that point. And maybe you do need a plan B. Maybe you want a different plan A. I don't know you. I don't know if you're happy with your current situation. But this is an option. And I gotta explain this slide, because when I saw this slide 2 months into this company, the traditional plan and the Lifevantage plan. And I honestly feel like I was doing the traditional plan, you guys. I went to school. I worked my buns off in school. I graduated at the top of my class from high school, from college, from grad school. I opened my own practice. I worked all the hours. I did all of the things, right? And then I read that statistics show that the average doctor retires at the age of 57, and that 90% of them are dead by 62. What? I thought to myself, are you kidding me? I also learned that 90% of people can never retire because they cannot afford to. And those that do often don't have the health that they would like to enjoy the years that they have left to live. But the thing about Lifevantage is if you have a passion to serve others, to really help others to live a better life and to honestly become a better version of your own self along the way, you can earn while you're learning. You can do this while you have another job, or you can do this as a full-time job. Lifevantage offers leveraged income. I had spent literally years praying to God for self-duplication because I needed more of me. There were not enough hours in the day to get done the things that I wanted to get done. I would get up earlier. I would stay up later. I was doing all of the things, wearing all of the hats. This is leverage. You can leverage your time and yourself. You can teach others to do exactly what you're doing. And that is what we do. We have a network of customers that use the products and a network of distributors that do exactly what you're doing. And you teach them how to do it. You'll have your own website and you can also build this from your phone. I build this literally from my cell phone in the nooks and crannies. Really, that's what it is. It's intentional. It's focused time. We're open in many countries and continues to grow. So how do you get started? As a distributor, you would purchase a one-time discounted bundle of products, Elite Pack or Premier Pack, and they're products for you to use. That's also a one-time thing. I wish you could buy this bundle again, but you can't. After that, your price is the same price as customers, which I love because the only incentive to doing this business is that you get paid when you share this opportunity. Otherwise, customers pay the same price that we do. So how do you create leveraged income? You get royalty commissions. We have generational matching bonuses, and we also have an elite pool, which is different than most companies. So how far can you take this? The Pro 3 is our foundational rank. The average Pro 3 makes on average $6,600 per month. $581 per month. I apologize. I said that wrong. $581 per month. What would $581 extra look like to you? How about Premier Pro 5? That's an average $2,900 a month. $2,900 a month. I've seen and had friends that left their full-time jobs to do this full-time and have the flexibility to do what they wanted in the other time. Or Pro 7. This is the elite ranks of our companies. This is the top of the top. On average, $12,400 for the lowest elite rank. What would $12,000 a month be like for you? Would it make things different than where you currently are? So then everyone asks, can I do this? Well, yes, you can. There's a Lifevantage support system built right in. We have a launch guide to get you started, worldwide customer and distributor support, artificial intelligence. We have specific education for your business on skill set, mindset, and leadership. And these are all things you're going to have to develop and want to develop to become better. So this is where I think you are right now, right? You fit in one of three categories. You want to get started with products. And so you want to get back to the person who invited you and tell them you want to get started with products and either tell them what you're thinking or ask them for a recommendation. And the second one is you love the products, but you are super interested in this business and you really want to look at the business side of things. You're looking at becoming a distributor. And the third is you have more questions and you need them answered. So one of those three categories. And if maybe you don't need more information, but you know someone who would just smoke this out of the park, who really needs these products or really needs this business, if you could let whoever invited you here know one of those three things, that would be fantastic. And thank you so much for coming here. Lifevantage really is a passion for me. It started with the goal of helping other people with their health, and it has transformed into me finding a better version of me health-wise, and also helping people with their income as well. Have a great evening.